Hello and welcome. I'm Clarissa, beauty, wellness, and spiritual guru. I'm here for your timeless reading. Let's see what energies are here for you. And thank you so much for joining me. If you'd like to know more about me or get in touch, please have a look at the description and you'll see a link to my website, official link to the website. There's no other way that I'll contact you, so please be aware of scammers. And let's get into it. Let's see what beautiful energies are around you. Okay, first house position. What is the core issue that you're facing? Capricorn, I use number 22. There's an emphasis around who you are, how you present yourself to the world, the status, your work, and the structure around you. What do you value at the moment? At the moment, you're really thinking about partnerships, you're thinking about relationships. There's an emphasis on, a corresponding energy, something that really complements who you are, helps you to grow, helps you to see the value in who you are. And so what are your thoughts at the moment? North Node, life purpose. You're really thinking about the future, what is your soul's journey, your soul's calling, which direction does it all go in? And what is the origin of your thoughts at the moment? Pluto, transformation. You're really thinking about the changes you've had to go through, the implementing that you've had to create change in many ways. Some change has been quite difficult for you. And so what is the health and the pattern of your life right now? Air, communication, communicating. There's an emphasis on communicating your thoughts, being able to communicate the way you feel, the way you communicate through your day-to-day. How does it relate to your daily actions? And then again, what is the concept of your relationship, your partnerships, the moon? There's a lot of emotion here. You're really understanding that those around you have to be connected to your soul's journey. And if they're not resonating with your soul's journey, there is a call for you to separate yourselves. It's almost like becoming more distinctive in the way you view people or the way you, assign people to your life or allow them to be in your life. So what is it that the transformative matters here? So yeah, your transformation comes from the South Node. Isn't that interesting that the North Node sits right underneath the South nodes? It's like the things that you've had to come into, the karma that you've come into this life with. There's some things that need to be transformed so you can have this connection to your North Node. It's almost as though clearing away some of the South Node energy will help you to be able to focus. I feel as though there is a need to communicate here, communicate your soul instead of keeping things to yourself here, being able to understand that the connection to communication and your heart space, you really need to be delved into. So again, let's have a look here. Saturn return. Yeah. So you could be around that time. You could be around the age where you're really feeling as though Saturn has a big part to play in your life. There could be some restrictions, some limitations that you feel as though, having to, impede your life in some way, or you feel as though it may be your process of transformation may be held back in a way. You could be feeling as though you want to put more into the transformational element, but you feel there's limitations. There could be limitations in your belief also. So let's have a look at what is your belief. Yeah, desire. You're led by desire. Who you are. It's almost as though you want to be able to communicate who you are, communicate where you stand and what you stand in. But there has to be this more fire in the way that you project yourself, more fire in the way that you show your desire off to the world. So let's have a look at where your status lies. The spirit, the sun. It's almost like your vital force. It shows a community, it shows one way, one development of what developmental side of you. It's as though you're showing that you do have the impetus, you do have the desire, you do have the fight, you do have the will, you do have the control. But underneath it's almost like things are stirring. So how do you connect with others around you? Yes, physically. Maybe you're at a point where, again, you're having a better influence on those around you through your physical presence. You feel as though being there in the physical can help you move and can help you be a benefit to those around you. But there's some things underneath that you feel as though maybe are not being addressed. So what are the things hidden behind everything? Yeah, a Jupiter return. So yeah, there is a lot of karmic luck here. I think you're driven by a knowing that some things are meant to be implemented for you. There are some things here that are for you. There's a little bit of a wrestle, a stirring, where you feel like you've got to make some challenges. You're on this challenge, you're on this knowing that you've got to make these transformational aspects of your life, and you're recognizing the limitations that come with you. You're recognizing that there's a need to implement your knowledge. There's a need to show off some things. There's a need to almost like go into the South Node element. This is, it's like life's debts. And we like to feel like, we are the best people. We don't have anything that should be re-looked at again, because we always are on this journey of outgrowing our karma. But we cannot control the way and the length that karma decides to stay in our life. And there's some things that, have to continuously be readdressed. Continuously take its it's almost like take its presence again. So some things have to come up again to understand how again do you connect to the pattern. Some patterns that are in our lives, is not like they completely go. Sometimes they have to come back to see how much we've evolved, how much our North Node journey is taking hold of our patterns. Are we creating patterns that then transform into what the soul desires, rather than where we're coming from? So let's get some clarification. Yeah, the Five of Wands. You could be feeling like there is almost like this desire to battle the way certain things feel, like old emotions. You feel like it may be a battle to untie yourself to certain things. Maybe there could be some old energies that are so used to you being a certain way. In fact, they see the changes that you're going through here, and they may actually just want to be that kind of provoking energy, be that kind of forceful energy to make you come off your path in a way, and because they want you to be associated to what they know about you, because that way they understand life much more. They understand themselves much more through the way that you display yourself. So if you're acting differently, or you've kind of evolved into a different way that doesn't really suit them, or they don't really understand, this is actually not really your concern, but it's something that you may have to be involved with, because that again may represent something to you, whereas you represent a comfortable past energy, something that they always know. For you, they may represent the need to show where your changes are made. Okay, let's get another card here. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles. They know that you're on this new concept of value, of gaining security, something that it's something that it's like a new belief in your structure and your foundation. You're almost like fighting to clear the way, it's like making sure that there is nothing that is going to influence or interrupt the direction that you want to go for. I feel like it's a very powerful time for you here. Yet the moon's come out twice here. There is a need to keep certain things to yourself, not divulge everything that you feel like is for you, or the plans that you have. Keep some things back, keep the mystery there, allow people to, it's almost like have the guessing game. Allow people to guess what is next. Again, when you hold certain things back, I mean, you don't have to be completely secretive, but when you hold some things back, you're actually retaining some of the power, some of your own power, and this can be then concentrated into a force. Let's get another card here. Yes, clarifying that what I just said. High Priestess. This has become mastery over the hidden space. This is becoming mastery over the connection that we have with the things that we cannot see and the direction that we're going to take, that we want to take, the future aspiration, a pathway that we're going through, a passageway and a spiritual knowing that we have to, set ourselves in a certain mode, a mode that is beyond just, bickering or, being involved with like lower vibrational energies. But the high priestess indicates that there is a higher calling here for you and above the Pluto transformation. So again, there is this knowing that you're on a higher keel here. You're it's almost like you've tapped into a new higher vibration, and now you can see the difference, or people can see the difference in this vibration that you're projecting, because now you're at a different tempo, you're at a different frequency, and now your frequency, it aggravates, or it rubs, or it just activates a knowing. It doesn't have to be anything too antagonistic, but it activates a knowing in others that there is something different about you. And this could be honestly provoking for some. Let's get another card. We've got the Hermit in reverse. Yeah, times are changing for you. You may have had this time where you kept your thoughts all to yourself. This is, there's been a time where you've been a little bit hidden. You haven't wanted to be, very exposed about your own energy. You've maybe kept it contained within what you feel is comfortable. But there is a calling for you to bring out, especially above the air element, which is about communication. The Hermit in reverse is saying that it's been a long time. There's been a long time where you've been containing your thoughts. It's been a long time where you haven't really expressed exactly who you are now, or who you're changing to be. So the Hermit in reverse is saying it's time to come out of the container. It's time to challenge yourself. It's time to put in what you know in terms of your education and with the things that you've gained in terms of knowledge. It's time to show your expertise. Wheel of Fortune, honey, I'm just loving this. Wheel of Fortune, and again, this is very calming. This is very knowing. You've been in this knowing about the direction that you want to go in for a very long time. The Wheel of Fortune, it's saying that things are changing, again, above the Ace of Swords and above the Moon. Your emotions are changing. Your connection to emotional stability is changing. There's a development of emotional intelligence here. And so now, because of the work that you have been putting in, the Wheel of Fortune is indicating that you're becoming favorable. The energies are becoming favorable towards you. So there's an element of, rewarding the hard work that you've been putting into yourself. So let's get clarification of the South Node. Yeah, wow. 10 of Swords here. Yeah, the South Node and the 10 of Swords. There's been a clear indication that there has been betrayal. There has been, a container of thoughts, especially with the 10 of Swords. There's been a knowing that, there has been outright manipulation. There has been outright actions that have tried to contain you, try to keep you in a certain vibration. For whatever reason, again, this is the soul's journey to explore and to help you develop in the material. So with the 10 of Swords and the soul's journey, again, this is like the an ethereal karmic conversation. There's some of the things that we are tied to in the way people treat us is because we have to go through this our own karmic journey. We have to understand our position in every situation. What do we do in every situation? Are we inviting some things in so then we can go on a journey of being able to release ourselves from some things? Okay, so let's have a look at Jupiter. Yes, King of Swords. So again, there's a point, especially over the High Priestess. Again, this is a lot about communication. The King of Swords is Aquarius, Gemini, Libra energy. You could have been dealing with an earth sign. You could be dealing with somebody who uses their words in a very powerful way, in a way that potentially has been able to almost get into your mindset, into your emotional knowing, especially on top of the high priestess and coming off the Ten of Swords. You could have been in a situation where words were used to contain and you know, a very projective masculine energy that wanted to kind of take control. But now it's almost as though on top of the Jupiters, things have been changing favorably. It's almost like you've been able to use your own sense of words and own control in words to be able to flip things back on themselves. The King of Swords is looking at the Ten of Swords, so they're looking at this past light, past energy as well, or sitting on a south node. So they're looking at the past. They could be stuck in the past energy, and they could be part of the energies that you need to communicate with, need to respond to be able to almost like clear something here. Okay, so let's see what desire. Oh gosh, yes, the Tower. This is Mars energy on top of the fire element desire. So you've got the heat on top of heat here. So again, I feel like there has been this impetus to make you change, to make things come out. It's almost like you want the battle. Is that you want to surprise people in how you are, you're changing. I feel like as the readings coming along, this is it's becoming more and more powerful. Like I see your power is, you know, is not even just trickling out. It's almost like it's forcing its way through, because this is how you or your path has been going. It's always almost at the beginning been contained, and you've been able to have little moments of your energy just trickling out, like, you know, almost you know, validating, like, this is the person I want to be, this person I want to grow into, this is who I am. And now there is this bursting of energy. There are some mindsets that are changing because of the way that you're starting to project yourself. People have no choice but to accept this new version of you, or this you know, insurmountable energy that is stirring from you. They have no choice but to accept that this is who you are, even with the approach to try and you know, see you know, different points of view, or whether you are still the same person, whether you vibrate on the same energy. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, I was wondering when love was going to come in. So you've got the Two of Cups on top of the Sun. So again, this is really amazing, because it is about you know, the connections that you make with people. You've got it on top of the Wheel of Fortune. You've got it on top of the Ace of Pentacles. So I feel like you know, if love is not in your life, they have almost like been, you know, waiting for you in this ethereal space. They've been waiting for you to show them who you are right now. And again, if you're in a partnership, they're really seeing that who you are can be, you know, of a benefit to the situation. It can be with some of this you know, antagonistic energy, that your partners had to make some changes as well. The partners had to be almost like adapt to the new version of you as well, or the energy that is coming. So there can be a little bit of, you know, is there a need for a little bit of security? Because as yet we don't really have too much earth. We just have the Ace of Pentacles and the Hermit in reverse. So there is it's more about this desire. It's more about the thought process, and it's more about these older energies here. So let's get what's happening around you. Yeah, Nine of Wands on top of the Ten of Swords, and in the first house. So this is the 11th card. This is the people around you. There may be again a need to defend who you're becoming. You know, there's a need to protect your own energy, because again, there is this element of you know, this conversation between your past energies, the past life. And when I say past life, I mean in your current life also, not just the energies that we're born with, that we've come into this life with, but you could be on this precipice of entering into the next stage of your life. So the first stage, or the previous stage, is the past life. It's almost like you're who you are now It may be different from completely, you know, here we've got 9, we've got 10. So it could be really different from even 9, 10 years ago. You know, who you are now is completely not who you've been. And because of the moon, you could have been, you know, growing behind the scenes. And now you're starting to come out. To other people, it seems like a huge change. But for you, you've been doing this. You've been doing this methodical kind of growth here. So let's have a look. Jupiter returns. Yes, honey, 8 of Pentacles. So we do finally have some grounded energy here. And it has to be the best one with the 8 of Pentacles here on top of your Jupiter return, which is your benefits. 8 of Pentacles is saying stay true, stay close to your craft. Stay in your purpose, knowing what you're doing, remain connected to your skill. And Jupiter will gift you with things, gift you with the benefits, provide you good luck here. I'm super loving this reading for you. And thank you so much for being here, and take care. Bye.